Howdy everyone, Sarsi here, and today we'll be looking at Swimsanity on PS4. Swimsanity is an underwater multiplayer shooter where you either swim together and fight against AI enemies and bosses, or you duke it out against each other in versus modes in cross-play supported multiplayer matches. The game has offline single-player and adventure mode and survival mode, as well as local co-op across 5 levels, which is great since I don't have PlayStation Plus. Though honestly, the game feels more like it's designed to be experienced either against or with other players, so playing it solo is kinda difficult, at least in adventure mode, because survival actually has bots you can play with, and they play pretty well too. Either way, everything can at least be experienced online or offline if you have extra controllers. As for the strictly multiplayer modes, they consist of Deathmatch, Team Deathmatch, or Brush, which is like Capture the Flag, Team or Brush, and Last Amoeba Standing, which is Last Man Standing sort of thing. Getting to the gameplay, it consists of swimming around and firing your weapon at enemies, either AI or player depending which game mode you're playing, while picking up power-ups that do everything from restore health and shields to increase your weapon or movement speed, to restoring your teleport, which lets you warp a short distance away to dodge incoming fire, as well as phase through solid platforms. There's also various secondary weapon pickups, from mines to missiles to shock and such. You also have your Unleash that you can select, which is a special move that you can power up by dishing out damage to enemies and release to either benefit you or harm enemies, such as Harpoon, which releases a bunch of harpoons on the screen, or the Medic, which heals you. You start off with 4 to choose from, but you can unlock 6 more, which brings the count up to 10 different unleashes that you can choose from. So there's lots of replayability with not only unlocking of new unleashes, but leveling up, as well as a ton of challenges to complete. There's also online leaderboards to compete in. The great thing is that this game is still being updated post-launch quite frequently actually, both multiplayer and single player modes as well, which is great since again I don't have PlayStation Plus. The game was actually recently a Games with Gold game, so I could play the multiplayer on Xbox One, but I find it a hassle to install the same game on another system just to access a few other modes. All I'll say is that the single player is good, so I can assume that the multiplayer is just as good, if not better, since again this is a multiplayer focused game. About the only thing I can complain about is the difficulty of playing solo, but again this is a multiplayer focused game, so that complaint would be kind of invalid. But if you want this game yourself, it's available on the PSN store for $15. I'd like to thank Decoy Games for sending me the review key. This is Sarsi on the Game Clips channel, and I'm out.